such a nice sunset.
Fjords, waterfalls, mountains which go from the sea to the sky.
Looking really forward to the journey and
Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel and another ultra cycling related video. And it's a bit late in the day to be starting an endurance ride, but here we are. I went out for a ride this morning for a couple of hours, but now I've got my proper endurance ride. I'm wearing my VIA cap, so that might give away where I'm off to. I'm riding from Portsmouth to London. Today is the screening of the VIA Chapter 2 film. So by the time you watch this, the film might be out, so I'm sure Ian spent a lot of time on it, and I'm sure it's going to be a cracker, but for me right now, I've got to actually ride there, so if I sound a bit out of breath, I'm running a bit late. I went to leave the house earlier and my rear tyre was flat. I was already carrying it pretty fine, to be honest, so should be alright, but I've got about 5 hours of riding left to do and about 4 hours of daylight. But it's a really good ride. I've got a really cool route from Portsmouth all the way into London. I'm going to follow that until I reach Richmond Park in the city. So right now I'm going through the South Downs. I'll have to go through the Surrey Hills, over the M25 orbital motorway into London, and then work my way through the city to Richmond Park, and from Richmond Park work my way across to Brixton. So let's see, I might be getting to the screening late, but cross your fingers for me. Oh, it's gorgeous out here. I really hope you guys are all good out there and enjoying your bikes and getting out on some rides. It's really cold and wet, but mudguards and things like that, it's all good. Before I get into the thick of this as well, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody that replied to the last couple of videos. It just amazes me how many people do reply. I replied to them all, and so many people care about what's going on with my riding. So yeah, I got a couple of responses to some of the things that people raised. I'll mention those a bit later, but basically, thank you very much.
And your suitcase, all you don't need, nothing but you. So don't throw your hopes down wishing.
Look at this. This has got to be one of my favourite all-time roads anywhere to ride. I'm so lucky that it's an hour away from my house, but I'm climbing, if you can't tell, up and over past Butser Hill, which is the highest point in the South Downs National Park. So soon I'll be descending out, and then just the Surrey Hills to tackle. But I love this road. Alright, that is Petersfield done. So I'm roughly about 22 miles in at the moment. About maybe 65 miles or something left to go. But Petersfield's a commuter town to London, so it's not that far really. As I said, I was going to clarify something off the last couple of videos. I think one or two people maybe kind of misunderstood slightly. No one's ever rude in the comments, so thanks. But the point of those videos was Yes, I trained a lot. 200 days was a lot, but it was an experiment to see what I could handle in terms of training. So I kind of knew it was going to be really difficult. But the main point in the last video was that the training makes it really difficult to do the YouTube. I love the YouTube and I want to do it. I want to do a good job of it. I really enjoy that aspect of my life. So yeah, the point was not that the training was too much and it wasn't sustainable. The training worked, and it worked really, really well. But I would say it's not really sustainable with my lifestyle, with the things that I want to be focusing on. So I have spoken to Giovanni and we're gonna tweak the plan to be a bit more in line with the things I wanna do. I'm really glad I got through that plan, but I just need to make some tweaks, that's all. Anyway, I'm dragging up old news, sorry. You can probably tell I've slowed down, I'm climbing again. This is probably the longest climb on the whole ride, up to a place called Rake. And once I'm over this, it's mostly undulating all the way there, so I'm gonna get over this climb and then try and get the average speed up a bit because I think I'm gonna be late.
Nothing around us, just flames in the fire. And through the night that burn like me for you. Covered in wonder, sweet in the silence. Oh, we'll keep running, leave your worries and your suitcase. Oh, you don't need nothing but you. So don't throw your hopes, start wishing well that your heart's desire carry you. Come and sail with me to the ocean. Forget the have to keep because there's you.
We're almost halfway there now. That was a place called Frensham Pond or Lake, one of the two. But I'm partway through the Surrey Hills now. It's basically 2 hilly national parks to get through. And I'm most of the way through the second one now, so there shouldn't be too much more of these little lanes before we get to the border of London. I think one benefit at this time of year for sure, this golden hour just seems to last for several hours. It's just beautiful light. A really nice place to be right now. This is a slightly different video to usual, but if you're into this kind of thing, ultra training, kit, adventures, that sort of stuff, then give the video a like or subscribe, or both. But yeah, hopefully we'll get through these lanes before it gets too dark. And I'll have the street lights of London to kind of get me into Brixton. But I'm getting quite hungry. I haven't eaten much today. I haven't got much opportunity to stop, so hopefully the carbs in my bowls will be enough to get me there. Yeah, I'm not feeling that brave. I'm so glad I fitted mudguards yesterday. this. Such a nice sunset. And the sunsets seem to last forever this time of year. It's gorgeous. So I'm about 55 miles in now and not too far from crossing over the M25, and it's freezing all of a sudden, really cold. But looking at the time, I might make it. I haven't stopped at all yet, so I'm quite tired, pretty hungry to be honest, but it looks like I might make it. I'll just have to eat a couple of Velo Forte bars when I get there. Let's crack on. That is the M25. So technically, they're kind of in London, but I learned a while ago they're getting over the M25. It isn't London really. I've got to get to the centre. So maybe an hour and a half of riding, and it'll get busier and busier. But we'll get into central London, so that's fun. And maybe I'll get there in time to grab some food before we start, because I'm hungry. Oh. Almost there. I'm just working my way through Richmond now. I'm very close to Richmond Park. I think I should be in Richmond Park in a few minutes, but it just occurred to me, I'm fairly sure they close Richmond Park at night, so I don't know what time that is, but I'm really hoping I can go through because I don't know my way around. So, oh well, let's see. Hi. That was lucky. I'm sure you can't see me whatsoever, but apparently Richmond Park is open to pedestrians and not cars, so I should be alright. Apparently naked pedestrians. I don't know if you can see that. It's only December. My feet are numb. But yeah, fill your boots. Strip down, buddy. Right, a couple of climbs to get through this place, and then I think I might be on time for the screening and maybe some food. I don't know if you can see that. All the way up that climb, my ears were playing tricks with me, and then there's loads of deer. Hopefully they don't run into the road. That was alright. I've been through Richmond Park quite a few times in the day, but never at night, so it's pretty cool. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, a Red Bull time lapse used to be in there, and you'd do laps of Richmond Park for 25 hours. It's quite a cool venue to do it actually. So I think I might make it. At the moment I've got 45 minutes to ride 8 miles, so if I can't make that I've got problems. But it's quite a stop-start through here, so let's just see. But it is freezing. At the moment it's 5 degrees and the wind chill a bit worse, and my feet are numb. Even with my giant space boots, my feet are numb. And the wind on my neck on the descent was like brain freeze. So I want to hurry up and get into the warm. apparently I'm here, but I have no clue where it is, so I better get googly.
Norway, the fjord region, which will be jagged like a saw, so up and down, up and down. But typically the climbs won't be more than, say, 1,400 meters. Fjords, waterfalls, mountains which go from the sea to the sky, glaciers, just the cleanliness of the country, the air that you breathe is just so clean.
And you're checking it even though he's ahead of me in the race.
So places are almost secondary?
Places are secondary. I would much rather have dropped a few places and know that it was the right thing and that everybody around me was in place.
That's good to know, because I'm going to be last in the adventure, but whatever.
But that community is why you do it again.
Making these friends that I so important to me, and I felt so supported again this year. And when I had issues with my neck towards the end, I remember one rider in particular who stopped to check on me and make sure I was okay. And it was so important that we could have that conversation and that we both felt comfortable to talk to each other, and I think for him to make sure I was okay. And yes, the community has been such a big part of why I came back this year, and why I really want to come back next year.
First timer of the VIA race, and looking really forward to the journey and the experience on the way and all the impressions I'm gonna make.
I did the first VIA last year. After that,
Oh, that was really nice. Just finished watching the film and seeing all my buddies, and it's absolutely freezing. And the film was really nice, so if it's out by the time you see this, then go watch it. It's about half an hour long, but it does a really good job of capturing the event and the family aspect of VIA, because it really is, rather than being a community, it's like a big family. And it was really nice to catch up with Ian at the end, because he's basically the dad. But anyway, that was a really good ride. I still haven't eaten, I'm starving. So I'm gonna get to the train, find some food and go home. So let's have a good week. Look after yourselves. And I'll see you all on the next one.
And your suitcase, all you done.